Hey, graduates. Hello, hello. Good morning, wherever in the world you are. Good morning, good morning. I'm sure you see the title. I'll put the camera on in a bit. But, I have been very, very quiet. Very, very quiet on this. Very quiet. I've been very observant. I've been watching, I've been listening, I've been watching, I've been listening. And I think it's time for me to speak because I don't know about you guys, graduates, but I've had enough. I don't know about you guys, but I have had absolutely enough. Enough of the tomfoolery, enough of the rubbish, enough of the garbage. Let me just sort out the settings because I don't want no fly by nights running in here and thinking they can disrupt the class, right? Okay, just give me 1 second. Can you know how the thing go? Good afternoon, Vanessa. Big up yourself. Arlene, I see you. Thank you very much for advising people to like up the live. 29 of you sat here in the first how many minutes? Please, can you like up the live as you come on? Let's bump up the algorithm. Steph B, big up yourself. I see you. Eslyn, big up yourself. Linda Hurst, hello. How is everybody doing this fine Saturday morning? It's nice and sunny here in the UK. The weather seems to be changing somewhat, but I don't trust it, just like I don't trust British people. Yes, got them switch like that. You understand? Yeah, man. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this means that we're finally getting rid of the cold and we're stepping into some warmer weather. But yeah, I hope it is nice wherever in the world you are. Big up yourself, Niger. Yaadboss are the biggest corruption. Let me tell you something, the man. Go and hold it. Go and hold it. We're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. Because, like I said, you see the kind of person that I am going to give you a fair chance. I'm going to give you the opportunity to come out here and make your case, prove your point, talk the talk. But now it's kind of stretching on and it's becoming a kind of come and help me prop up my station, come and help me prop up my perspective, come and help me sell some numbers situation. You understand? You're not really giving us anything. That me I gotta tell you. And the only factual evidence that you've given, and I do hear people questioning whether or not it is indeed factual, and that's the itinerary. The itinerary is a factual document. As to whether or not it was factually used by Shanique, that's a completely different matter. Big up yourself, ASR Willocks. Big up yourself. So, I give people a fair chance. I allow them to land, to make their points before I run out, because I'm not going to just run out like that. I'm going to give you that fair opportunity to present your information to the public and to make it clear that this is what you're about, this is what you stand for, right? So I did all of that. I allowed him to share his information. I allowed him to do whatever it is that he needed to do. But I have been waiting and waiting to see where he was going with this, and now I see fully where he's going with it. And I am so disappointed. So disappointed that he would take this approach. And listen, I'm not the kind of person that's going to come out here and cuss you and call you all kind of names. But me, I gotta just tell you as it is, right? And anyone else who thinks otherwise, feel free to obviously make your statements in the comments. This is not a one-sided discussion by any means, but you're not going to change my mind. Because I'm making no straight. So you're not going to change my mind, right? Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure that subscribers alone can actually comment. I'm going to customize that. You would have had to have been a subscriber. I'm going to give you 5 hours today, not 24, because I can be harsh. At the very least, let me save that, right? So I am disappointed. I am very, very, very disappointed in what Yaadboss is representing. Let me put the camera, the green screen off for a moment while I address the audience, right? Okay. So, like I said, I allowed Yaadboss to land. I allowed him to share his information with the public. I had been waiting and waiting for him to get to the point, to develop his arguments with depth and thoroughness. And all I'm hearing is a whole load of rubbish. When I tell you it's a whole load of rubbish, because like I said, the only factual thing that he landed with was the actual documents when it came to the itinerary. Now, the itinerary, it does not have to be something that Shanique actually used, but it is something that is linked to Shanique's name, and it was an intentional document, be it she used it or not. Okay? You see, what I don't like with some of you bloggers out here and how you people play dirty games. Wanna come out and wanna lead the audience into thinking that you guys have some kind of secret society that you're not tapping into. As though wanna have some kind of special insight to the case. So tell you if you come up with that kind of espionage name, your ninjas on the ground, the people them in the background where you had, you know, you can't share you can't share your sources and all them kind of something there. And yet you don't expect to be questioned. You don't expect to be interrogated, and you don't expect people to start to point fingers towards you of suspicion. If your sources are legit, there are ways to anonymize your sources without completely hiding that it's an official source. Why can't you tell the public, Yaadboss, if your source of information are indeed family members or your source of information are indeed the police? Why you can't tell us? Why are you presenting it as though you have to hide where you're getting your source of information from? You not have to give them name. But you know what it would point to? Because like I told you in my last video, I strongly suspect that your source is Shanique herself. I strongly suspect that the information that you are presenting is coming straight from the family's mouth. And that in itself would render your entire content tainted, prejudiced, and not objective at all. But it doesn't really matter at this stage, because I heard you utter from your mouth that the family is innocent. And that's where my disappointment came. Because how, with all the lies that were told, can you come out here and tell the public that the family have nothing to do with Jayden Smith's disappearance? Now, of course, you cannot come out and say Shanique is the killer, the auntie is the killer, the uncle is the killer. No, that would be reckless and feckless. Nobody expects that. Of course, you know, you do have some bloggers who are going to do that. But if you hold yourself to higher standard, I would imagine you would not do that. But what you cannot do as a reasonable person, as a thinking, critically thinking human being, is to state that it is impossible for these people to have been involved, or to state that they are innocent. Because you cannot prove hand on heart that they have physically done something to Jayden. So because you can't prove it, because you can't place them somewhere, that means that them not have no involvement with it. I have listened to you over days upon days, manipulate your audience every day. You use reverse psychology talk. You use passive aggressive tone. You're there talking about, oh, any intelligent human being or any rational thinker would not have imagined that Shanique could have turned up in Jamaica, gone to KC, quickly grabbed Jayden and killed Jayden, and then turn up at the hospital to look after her child. It's impossible. That's the stupid argument that you're putting across to the people. I mean, I like the things that the people don't. Nobody is saying that happened. I don't know what argument you're trying to disprove. For one thing, we do not know if Jayden was actually killed on Friday. Unless you're trying to say that the principal is a liar. Do not forget that the principal said that there was sightings of Jayden. So it can't be the case that she come in and she do nothing to Jayden on Friday night. But if she is within the time frame to go to KFC, why she could not have been in touch with Jayden? If she's coming in to look after her child and she has time to stop at KFC to get the baby the chicken that him wants, the same KFC which is around the corner from where Jayden was last seen, why could she not have made contact with Jayden? You cannot answer that question. But what you're trying to do is to throw a red herring argument out there in the public and to tell the people them that, oh, she couldn't have killed Jayden at that time. Who said that Jayden was killed at that time if Jayden was killed? Who said that? Nobody said that. And if anybody said that, that is a huge assumption. It does not mean the plan could not have been executed from then. It does not mean that Jayden's disappearance didn't start from that moment. It does not. You're telling the public that, oh, they would have had no reason to have Shanique's phone. You know, sister, it's incompetence of the police that you're pointing out. Because that is something that they should have got themselves a warrant to have. The fact that they interviewed family members 2 weeks after the boy went missing. And you're telling the world that the Jamaican police did their job and continue to do their job. I don't know who bought you out. Because you are starting to sound like a sellout, sir. All you are doing is towing the line of diplomacy. Which means that you've lost your balls. This family not only neglected Jayden, they twisted and manipulated the public into first thinking that Jayden was the perfect child, to then saying that Jayden had gotten himself involved in all kinds of bad company within the breath of a minute. Exaggeratedly, but you know exactly what I mean. They presented different things about the child to suit different audiences. All of a sudden, Mr. T is not a credible witness. But yet Mr. T was trusted to transport people's children to and from school. It's pure corruption, this. It's pure corruption, this. And the more and more I listen to you, Yaadboss, the more I realize that something is seriously wrong with you. Because, and I'm going to tell you why I think something is seriously wrong with you. I'm going to just hold on a second. You remember this video, sir? This one, right here, so. You remember this video? This video that you did, that was titled, Jayden Case, Matter and Yaadboss Discuss the Facts. That one. Then you subtitled it. Well, in your description, you put the family lies get exposed. Jayden cousin lied about where she was around the time Jayden went missing. Jayden Smith case now moved to a murder case. Finally, a breakthrough in the Jayden Smith case. Jayden cousin wanted to leave Jamaica the same day she arrived. The ultimate cover-up. You see, you are one of those bloggers that do sensational bullshit for views. You are one of them that will do that. You are one of them that will do that. And it is no different from now. It is no different from now, because right now, that's what you're doing. You come with this talk like, oh, you know, I'm going to drop something next week. I'm going to talk about this next week. And oh, so-and-so is coming on the... You are highfalutin. You're highfalutin because you don't have shit. Like every single body else, you have not got shit. You got nothing. Because just like when you were in this in this video. Let me go to your transcript because it's the same big talk that you're giving in these series that you're now coming out with. The same big talk. You understand? The same big talk where you're talking about people on the ground and the ones that you can't discuss and disclose. They have been telling you things and files you have access to that nobody else have access to. How this case is now sitting on Andrew Holness' desk. Like so you have insight in the Andrew Holness pantry, the way you're close to the politician them. You are one of those big talking, all fluff and no substance people. I may tell you straight, that is what you are now coming across as. One of them big talking, no substance people. Right? This is what I tell you, I can't stand these kind of men, you know. Me can't stand them. Them one that were just all of this. And nothing to them. You understand? So here you know. These people believe that the people them down there probably were compromised. So now as a nation, it is going to go directly to the DPP. And then the DPP is going to decide whether or not Jayden Smith deserved justice or not. You know, I always tell you, this is going to be a litmus test for us as a nation. All the talk, just full of bull, just all the talk. You know how it's going to be held in serious light, and it is clear that the family members. I am looking at your words, you know, in the script. You may look on. Then you support. Then I talk about subscribe to J Progress channel. J Progress I beat you. You understand? I'm not tell you to be prepared for walk alone, bro. That me tell you. When you make certain moves, be prepared to walk alone. Right? The whole of we out here walk alone. Because when it comes to things like this, we cannot afford to have ourselves biased or prejudiced by any other blogger's perspective. That is how it works. That is how it works. So if you've got this kind of stuff going on here where 1 minute you are bawling out about how the family members are guilty, how them are Manchester most wanted, and then suddenly you switch. Hear what you say here. I can guarantee you that Shanique was not the only one present when Jayden Smith was unalive. You said guarantee. Listen to your language. See it there. See it there. See it there? Those are your words. I can guarantee you that Shanique was not the only one present when Jayden Smith was unalive. How can you guarantee that? So the same strict talking that you tend to put across as though you know it all is the same bull that you are selling to the Jamaican people now. Because you take your audience for idiot. You're taking your audience for fool. There are recordings, your words. See there? There are recordings that is not circulated in the public domain that a lot of the bloggers have missed. This is how you like to paint yourself as though you are the pinnacle of knowledge. You are the pinnacle of bullshit. I am telling you. You are the pinnacle of bullshit. I have no ratings for you. And I'm telling you this right now. I don't have no ratings for you. Because I was waiting for you to use this information to move the case forward. Instead, you're using the information to take the case several paces back. So till now, you all tell the public, say, Jayden Smith alive. Like you know for sure. We don't know if he's dead, but we don't know if he's alive. You're telling the people, how are they going to feel when Jayden Smith turn up? So you're trying to tell me, say, in this island of Jamaica, yeah, Jayden live here and hearty. And absolutely nobody can come forward and say that Jayden Smith is alive. And yet he's alive and well. And he's going to manifest one day. If Jayden Smith is even alive, the likelihood of him being in the island is so slim to nothing. It's better you did come with the possibility of trafficking than you come with that. Why didn't you come out here and show us how we now need to look beyond just Shanique? I would have accepted that. If you had said, okay, we now need to consider Mr. T may have been the last person to have seen Jayden alive. What happened in that interaction? But guess what? You are making it also clear to the public that the police have done a good job, that they have interviewed all the family members. So then why are you making it look as though Mr. T could possibly have been doing something where Jayden is concerned? Because of that, you do, no matter how much you come at top and say, oh no, I'm not saying that he committed any murder, and I'm not saying he committed the act, but this Mr. T, he cannot be trusted. And so what are you putting out there? You did not present the information that, guys, clearly he mixed up the date. And I can confirm because I have my sources and they have, you don't even check to find out what Mr. T did actually mean. So who is in your ears? Who is in your ears? If you end up with the itinerary, it's because you get the booking number from Shanique. Booking number is only for the person who purchased the ticket. A Shanique in your ears, and nobody else in your ears, and no damn ninja pan no grown. You make things sound bigger than they actually are to sell your channel, and that is disgusting. And everybody is seeing through you because that's what you're doing. You hype it up, you make it sound like it bigger than it is. You tell one wally pa lie, panta pa lie, because you've been lying from here. So why the hell am I gonna think you're telling the truth now? You've been lying. Come sue me, like how you threaten, chat and laugh. Come sue me now. Sue me. You've been lying. So why are we supposed to turn around and now say, Yaadboss is telling the truth? Look on all the language that you use here. Right? Let me just go through it because I just can't believe this. I just cannot believe this man at all. And yet they invite a whole bag of people, come, let's have a debate. Let's have a debate. You know you couldn't come to me with this, Raz, because I would have run you. I would have run your stink. Because at the end of the day, what debating have to do around the child's life? Mr. When chat and laugh, rub you to sickness, and the most me ever click love on our channel from a barn. And like I said to you, she might be a very emotional woman, but she is one of the few who really care about what happened to Jayden Smith. One of the few. May I tell you that? Hold on. Yeah, there's and then look who you talk to. Mato, damn scammer. Oh God, no sir. You're talking about her going to the hospital. You're talking about her with the baby. You're talking about her this. You're bringing in Demar, and now you defend Demar. Yeah, defend Shanique. Yeah, make it clear. Say there's no way. And I as though you listen, I'm just going through this for a reason because I want to prove a point, and the point I'm going to prove because I don't want to prove the point and then I turn out to be wrong. I looked through it once before, I looking through it, I blast it again. All right, Sita. Oh, that was the only mention of Mr. T. I am looking, because I'm going to tell you, say, what I saw before. I saw it go, see there. I'm almost at the end of your script. Throughout this entire video, you were not condemning the family members on the basis See there? Nothing here. So, on the basis of Mr. T seeing Shanique at 9 o'clock in the morning, you do mention Spur Tree Hill, right? You spoke about Perth Road. You spoke about that. You spoke about a window of time. You said Shanique lied to us and told us she arrived at the hospital at 7:09. She said she arrived at 2. She did not reach Mandeville until 7:09 because she knows said the police have the record down there. So Mr. T come police station at 6:30 to report Jayden Smith did not come home. Look at all the things that you, look at all the good, clearly good work that you did on the basis of all of those voice notes, which I have and I can run, where she's clearly saying the times that she landed and what time she got there, and no say this not possible. No say this not possible. And in this, you are condemning every single one of them. Not one mention of Mr. T. Not one mention of Mr. T talking about, okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so you see here, why did Shanique lie to us and tell us that her parents left the hospital 1 hour after she arrived at the hospital? So what she said is the parents left the hospital at 8:09. Why did Shanique lie? Because it's not possible for Mr. T 9 o'clock in the morning. So right here, so you are already saying that it's not possible. Well, if Mr. T and them can pull the video of evidence at the pharmacy, that's the next guy. And worse off, if them can pull the video evidence at the hospital, says Shanique entering the hospital anytime early Friday morning. Mr. T never see her early Friday morning because remember, Mr. T left the hospital at around 5:30. So Mr. T, he never see her that early. If he did, he would have tell and see her because remember, she said them never diagnosed diagnosed the something until 6 in the morning. So and see her first, I say, okay, 9 o'clock sighting, we can prove that Shanique was there at 9. So that is the reason why she lied, because she was there at 9. You see the confusion? And then see her coming in again at 3:30. You were still condemning her. Even though you said that Mr. T could not have seen her at 9, you were still condemning her. You were still saying that she was guilty. You were still saying it. Someone want to understand how you end up now going right to Mr. T lie and therefore everything else is a lie. That's what you're saying, if Mr. T lied, everything else is a lie. Of course he took you guys for fools. He took you all for idiots. Every single one of them take for idiots. It says here that he actually started to doubt Mr. T's testimony from his witness statement from back then, from him a beat Shanique and the family, you know. And him still did say that she was guilty and that she lied. And you talk about her getting her chicken and chips. Huh? And you also said it would have put her in the place, in the same vicinity, around the same time frame as when Jayden Smith went missing. When she gonna get the chicken and chips. And that's what I ask you about. Now you're trying to concoct and say, oh, imagine she going to go get chicken and chips and she's got to go see her child and she's just coming off the whatever. Because remember, you know, it was 2 stories, you know. One that she took a coach and one that she took, which is the bus, the Knutsford, and one that she took a car. And you still can't clear up that. You still can't clear up that. Hold on a second. Let me find the video clip. On a hole on the horses. Let me find the video clip. I'm going to find the video clip where Shanique blatantly is talking about how she got to the hospital. Give me a second. Come on, want to know what kind of fool you're taking the people them for. But you're definitely taking them for fool. So Misty Brown, that looked like a doctor document AI generated. Why didn't show she was the passenger? It was not AI generated because I took the same um booking number, booking reference, and I inputted it the booking reference on the website, and I found the flight. So it's not doctored. It's definitely a real itinerary. But the thing is, it does not mean she traveled on that flight. What we need is the boarding pass more than anything else. The boarding pass is what we need more than anything else. So I am saying, with them so-called ninjas that he have on the ground, which I know is Shanique, why Shanique don't give him the boarding pass evidence? That is what I want to know. Or why your ninja them can't get the boarding pass evidence. Hold on 1 second, guys. Because I need to find this. All right. Going back into my channel content. And I need to check to see if it's in this one. She doesn't step up to the plate. All right, hold on. With Jayden's disappearance. So he spent the day at the hospital with his mother. Free to then go to surgery so that she can go and do her changes and her. All right, hold on. We get the X-ray done. All right, City, I want to listen this. We're going to listen this. I think this is the one that Shanique was on. Hold on. I'm going to go. That was part 2. I'm going to try and go back as far as I can. I want to listen to this now. So who are the last speaker and something? We never see that Jayden never see that again. Get up the morning, we got your boat. Never see Jayden in a bathroom and being it up. Make Jayden breakfast and we got your boat all if you do. And when me at the boat, my father showed and tell me saying, God, let's Jayden out the road, get a taxi, and Jayden. The morning, we got your boat. We never see Jayden in a bathroom and being it up. Make Jayden breakfast and we got your boat all if you do. And when me at the boat, my father showed and tell me saying, God, let's Jayden out the road, get a taxi. And Jayden, 1500 I never had no change. And that he was the one who was out there at tie out goat and almost as though he was being the responsible child. Yet it is the uncle was the one who was supposed to have made him breakfast, according to the grandmother, the aunts. I use grandmother and aunt interchangeably because she is in fact the grandmother of Zaire, but also the aunt of Jayden. Because they went with you? Okay. Yes, all of them went with me. Because normally when we're going out, we don't leave anybody. Okay, good. And we went to the X-ray, we get the X-ray done, and I went back in because they would send the report to the doctor by the screen then. So you would have to bring the paper itself to the doctor. So when she looked at it, she said to me that the baby bone break. And I was sent back again to sit in the seat again until minutes after 6, when they said to me that they're going to admit the baby. It was about maybe 5:30 some minutes to 6 that my husband said to me he's going to leave because remember the kids are going to school. I said, okay, when you go home, let them are ready and come down. So them are came down. So hold on, enough people. That 5:36 in the morning is Friday morning. Okay? It's Friday morning. When he left the hospital to go and do his duties. That is Mr. T. Remember, I said Thursday night, them in a hospital. All night I jump from one hospital to the next. Then it's the Friday morning. It is now 5:30. I have to go and take the kids them to school because that time job. Right? So that's the Friday morning. Go on, listen. My husband, when he reached home, and I said to him, no, he called me and asked me, how much is Jayden's lunch money? I said, give Jayden $1,200. He turned to me and said he doesn't have a $200, so he's going to give Jayden $1,500. I said, okay, no problem. My husband cooked the morning when he went up back.
and give Jayden cooked food to go to school. 6:30 they left the house and they went out the road.
So if you listen, between 11 to 12 midnight, which is when, according to Demar, they left the hospital, and around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, because him did go back, these two boys were at the house. A trip was made. When they fell asleep in the car, they were taken back to the house. They were allowed to sleep. When the husband told his wife that, listen, I have to go back, it's because he does the school runs, he does the trips, taking children to school. So he has to get back in time in order to make that hustle. So around 6 o'clock in the morning is when Mr. T leaves and goes back to the house. She then goes on to say that Mr. T does the cooking. Remember, she was questioned about how quickly he could have turned around breakfast until, for 6:30. When in fact it was Demar who was doing the cooking, tying out the goat and all of these things to get breakfast ready for Jayden to go to school. He now explains that the reason why he did not go into school that day is because he had to go back to the hospital in order to relieve the mother, so that the mother could go to the toilet and all these things. Demar. So he spent the day at the hospital with his mother. And in fact, when the mother speaks about going to Mother's to get chicken, she speaks about Demar being with her when she realizes that Jayden was missing. So Shanique turns up at the hospital. Remember, according to Mr. T, it was the Friday morning she turned up. We've already said that don't make no sense, but let's roll with it. You go. Wanna see it? Wanna say a long time we are stay. What Mr. T said don't make no sense. Only thing say Yaadboss telling anything new. Huh? Exactly, Linda. Yaadboss is telling you nothing new. Everything we already documented. We already said that what Mr. T said no make no sense. We already said that. So when he's using that to pivot the case and to tell you guys that because Mr. T is not a credible witness, everything else has to be thrown out, that is telling you that he is giving you a fallacy. He's giving you a red herring. He's trying to give you a hook, a reason to believe Shanique. A reason to make you guys think that the family is innocent when we already said that there were holes in the things that the man was saying. And he probably mix up and in a two straight. But does it discredit every other possibility? When he himself said that Shanique going to go get chicken and chips is within the window. Is within the window when Shanique went. When the boy was reported missing. It is ridiculous. The things that he is defending. Guys, I'm trying to find the one where Shanique herself did the talking. I eat me want. So I have to search. No, I don't eat that. It's it I'm trying to find. And I'm going to find it. The one where Shanique herself was talking, because this one here, that is the aunt. But there is one where she's talking and she's talking with this Cammy individual who is breaking down her arrival time. How can I see thing there? So hold on.
Somebody who don't have Jayden around them, grandma, and he's here, and we appreciate this. We know that everybody appreciate you people, but we appreciate you people over here. So listen, you don't have to listen to somebody who's going to come up and be like that, because you see all of the views and watch everything and see all people behave. Okay? We believe that there's a God at the end of the day. As I said, we had job at this time and we're being stripped down right now, and it's going to come through and show up for us. Because You're not gonna listen to me now. You're not listen to me now. Anybody will come in at the box. Anybody who come in the box, right? You're going to approach this lady and this aunt. That's the mother of the child, and the aunt that was Jayden. If you can't be respectful to them, if you have to say something, please. They didn't want to.
Okay, check them, my chat.
Come over here because of the harshness. We have them over here. Please.
All them
please,
people here, they're busy and
right?
pissed
Just
off.
know how to talk to them. Right? I'm begging.
For the next slide too, I understand that we get that. I understand the point of him being afraid and say, you know, him that play with the baby and the foot broke and your mommy probably react away, probably shout or afraid. You know, say him really hurt the child or them a play on something. I understand the whole of that. But the part of me can't understand is like me never seen mother come out from talking, father come out from talking.
I guess that is why my mom has him.
Because somebody have to see him.
The dynamics. You get what I'm saying? So the mother, and I said I don't want to speak ill of the mother. The mother is not quite a part of the Jayden. She doesn't. They probably give $1,000 out of the entire year that Jayden has been with us. So it's a case where they don't really have that relationship. So, but she did come out with the search. This when the search period, she did come out to search. The father did come out to search as well. So they're there, but you know, but kind of.
I'm
gonna get off now. I have something to do. I'm gonna cook, so I'm gonna get off.
Auntie, I want to ask
did
this
not
one
say Jayden was a
question.
bad child or he was in trouble or anything like that. I was just saying that him moving up and down in money when he's supposed to come home from school.
I want to ask this one question, Auntie. Does it true that from Jayden, the first search and the mother went on the first search, nobody can find back Jayden, mom?
But then I hear that. He moving up and down all over Mandeville when he was supposed to come home. Before we heard Jayden was a perfect child. Jayden always come home. Remember when the uncle was talking about him that Jayden was a child where him know say Jayden wouldn't go astray. All of a sudden, Jayden was wandering around in Mandeville. Jayden, who was new in the school, had only been there a couple of weeks. And yet he was allowed to wander around. And he was allowed to do this without any kind of consequence. Without any adult supervision. And you are telling me that this family cared about Jayden. Yeah, he always seemed a little off, Camille. We always said it. But just listen to the things that the other family members are saying about Jayden. The matter about Jayden's mother was never involved. Jayden's mother come out and tell on us straight and nobody told me that my child was missing. I had to find out. Them give you all kind of excuse and tell you, say, the fact that the mother could not be found. First, we heard that she was mentally insane. Only now to find out that nothing wrong with the lady. All kinds of bloggers trying to exploit her and to make money off of her and her son. You, Yaadboss, came out and told the world that she was a drunkard and she's not. Only trying to avoid and skirt around the mother. Everybody trying to do this around the mother. You understand? Because all you want to do is to get the public to ease off of the family. Even if the family did not physically touch Jayden, they all contributed to his disappearance. All of them. All of them contributed to his disappearance. No child runs away from a situation where they are comfortable and all right. No child runs away from good treatment. Come and hear you over there tell people say that Jayden was treated well because he did well in school. You clearly know nothing about domestic abuse cases when it comes to kids. You don't understand. Do you know how many cases we deal with in education where children excel and they are victims of abuse? You're chatting a whole bunch of rubbish and nonsense to mislead your audience. We cannot say definitively that the family members harmed Jayden. But we also cannot say definitively that they did not. And you cannot use the excuse of Shanique getting in at 1:35. And oh, a lady who has never committed crime. What you know about her so much that you can say she has never committed any crime? What do you know? And I also heard you tell another lie. When you said that there is no evidence that shows that Anne and the principal knew each other before that call. Listen to that crap that you said when the principal himself said that he used to talk to the aunt and Jane family while Jane was settling in the school. He said it. He said it. It's on my channel. Go back and look for the video where me deal with the principal. He said that he used to communicate with them about Jayden. So I really and truly want to understand where you are coming from with this. No, you're trying to tell people that, oh, he never knew. They never knew each other. They knew each other. Why would she feel so comfortable to ring Mr. Gabriel? Why wouldn't it be the police first? That is what you would do, but it don't mean that's what she would do because they're different. You're different people and nobody knows how people react under different circumstances. Stop your bullshit. There's logic, even in panic. When people are holler out and a ball out for help, them ball out for the police or them ball out murder so that other people can run in. What you mean? Me say, people, me gonna just make on the ear chat and laugh. Cause chat and laugh put it best. Me gonna just make on the ear chat and laugh. Yeah, come and talk about you want to know if chat and laugh want get sue. I want to think Fred, I want to sue argument, really and truly. You're a huge disappointment to the people of Jamaica. I'm telling you that now. You're a huge disappointment. You have not presented an objective argument. You are fighting heavily in the protection of the family. And that means that your argument is tainted, prejudice, and is swinging one-sided. You are now pointing us in the direction of all kind of general public. All kind of general public. And I'm not saying that that is an impossibility. What would make a child who is comfortable at home, who was being reprimanded for running up and down in Mandeville, to want to continue to run up and down in Mandeville with permission this time because him get money out time lunch, him saving pan, and not return home? Like I said, chat and laugh said it best. Nigga make you listen, she. You know, it says long time I hear chat and laugh, I tell people say, that there is somebody who's working with the family members. Long time I hear them say it. And somehow, despite the fact that me hear her say it, me never put 2 and 2 together. She said that there was a blogger who was listening, who was actively working with the family, and she not call them name, but them know who them is. And now I know it's you she was talking about. And I don't understand why you're doing it. Why are you doing it? Because there's no other reason I can imagine other than it's deliberate.
You just who you? Take them and dash them with toss them with like a piece of dirty cloth.
All right.
All of them. To all the man wicked enough. Me say that you see you. You see you. Me say you see you. You's a little serpent. You see your face look like something out of comic book. You's a little serpent. The mother come here, me gonna talk about now. Jayden was getting good treatment. That is why Jayden become a valedictorian student.
Rubbish.
People who get good treatment, not all the people who get good treatment can come out and be that brilliant. I want the backup boy. You know how much people go through worse, go through dirty treatment, and just focus just on them book because that's the only thing can get them through. And them come out from the doctors, liars. You think a good treatment make them reach us up? And because of my perseverance and just decide, say, listen, I'm going to just take my book. Because the better the old. And after the all the way out from the demons and the serpent them. You're going to come out, you're going to you see you, man. Yes, the little boy got through a warning, but listen, if I'm going to talk about love. If them didn't love Jayden would be here. None of we would out here look for Jayden. Anybody didn't love Jayden would be here. Jayden would not be missing. Jayden would have dashed for Jayden like a dirty clock. Let that sink in. If this is love to you, me would have want to see when you eat somebody look a wishy-washy boy. You're all wishy-washy boy. You ever talk about them, they love Jayden. So love, if you love somebody, I say you treat them. I say you treat somebody when you love them. You just take them and dash them with toss them with like a piece of dirty cloth. And then you tell me that iron donkey boy. You all over the place and cry. Oh, people, they try to love, okay, baby. But you don't tell them, say, when you have me go sue her, you know, me go sue her. For sure you say you're a cutter belly, cutlass.
Yeah.
Whichever way you go.
Back and belly rat.
You over there say that you write me text. Me must trust your process, but you're over there.
I say you go sue. You see that?
Oh, you're demons.
Yeah, and I listen to that, and I hear that. While it is that he is on his platform telling you, the audience, that he is going to sue Chat and Laugh, he is simultaneously texting Chat and Laugh and asking her to trust the process. What does he say? Una deal with a hypocrite. What does he say? Una dealing with a fraud. Because if him really did angry and I say, oh, I'm going to sue, he should be texting her the same. All I come out on him platform and I talk about how because of him bust her on big stage. Yaadboss, who is you? Who is you really and truly? You don't know say Chat and Laugh have a big channel. She does not use it.
Trust somebody. That's why I don't trust somebody. Because you see one over there, you're going to sue. But you're still in there, so. I asked me to come you about
Hear that,
Jayden.
hear that, hear
We
that.
show you how you're two-faced it. That's why I'm gonna deal with people, you know. That's why I cut you off today. Yes, I block every blockage where I can block. Everything I say I can block from you, I block from you. But I'm going to make new page, you and the fake girl. We come over here trying to mash up my page. Just like how she mash up my man page over there, Sabato page.
You hear that?
Oh, demons. I want it with me now. We don't keep a fooling this shit up. If you're not for me, just show me say you're not for me. And I will cut you off. I will cut you off like a pipe. Just like all them over there. You saw them play unfair? Just because we're over here last night and I talk about the wrongs when I do to Jayden. Then go and go report my page, the two of them, the two demons them.
Yeah.
The one with it over here, the hypocrite one with it over here. Yes! The one where I follow behind him, if he poop, if he fart too hard, come out and batty. All hypocrite, I say you have pitney. Where from here? And every mother will say them a mother. Some of them mama, I walk around with peer mix up, peer bangarang. Yes, jump from pillar to post. Everyone will go with one bag of mix up. The things that me at 50 years old, it's me wine and bangarang and mix up, blam blam. They only mix up me now for Jayden. They only mix up me now for Jayden and if we find justice for Jayden. Me can't be 50 years old and I run from pillar to post with one bag of mix up. Everybody over the platform, use a mix up to her. Everyone have something bad to say about you. And you're 50 years old. You need to check yourself, woman. Check yourself. Then you run over there with him. Same way with the bagger. Same way with the bagger. I swear say you could have dragged me over there for me to stand behind him. Me no girl no program me see the restriction them a come here.
Them start report our page immediately. Lord Jesus. Okay, guys, I found the timings that I wanted to remind you of. All right, so I'm gonna make you listen before I go back to Chatalove because I have another video from Chatalove and Chatalove rip it up on him. Hold on.
That's the only times she could have 9:50. And yes, indeed, there are Cammy from the hospital, Montego Bay. She ran after
All right, hold on.
claims in terms of timings. Take a listen.
Listen.
So when my cousin got to Jamaica to relieve my aunt from the hospital, because when she landed in Montego Bay, she landed after 2 in Montego Bay. From Montego Bay to Mandeville is like a 3 hours drive. She went straight to Mandeville so she could relieve my auntie so she could go home from the hospital. That was Friday night. So she got to the hospital around after 7 p.m. When my aunt went home, that's when she realized that Jayden is not home. That's when the discovery was made that Jayden did not reach home from school.
Now, I did check
Wanna hear?
Sacramento. And it didn't
Wanna hear? You need to account for what happened between the time when she landed and the time that she got to the hospital. There was plenty time for interactions to take place. It's after 7. She claiming that she got into the hospital. And is after 6. Them claims that them report Jayden missing, don't it? So if it take 3 hours to get, she's claiming it take 3 is a 3-hour drive. She take 3 hours. How did that 3 hours it land her in Mandeville by the KFC? She go get the KFC. What happened in between that time? Plenty time for interactions to take place. I'm not saying that a murder was committed at that time. I'm not saying that a murder was committed at that time. There was plenty times for interactions to take place. That was the same time frame that Jayden got missing. The same time frame is when Shanique in the damn vicinity. I get chicken and chips for your youth. What you mean she innocent? I'm not saying she did it, but she is not above suspicion. None of the reasons that you're giving to the Jamaican public can remove Shanique from suspicion. None of it. Other than, no, don't forget that many people went and looked at the cameras and Ray, only for years and one woolly for the camera them run this and now work. Look on the video when me do when it talk about the camera footage in the walking the journey where Jayden was last seen. All of them now work. Some are work, some now work. Some work sporadically. You trying to tell me that the Jamaican police who took 2 weeks to interview the entire family, 2 weeks to interview them are that the Jamaican police got access to all the footage and they sat and they reviewed all the footage. Are you sure about that? Do you know that for sure? Why was no footage released to the public as they have done on many other cases? Even cases when they were not solved, I showed you examples of that. Where the case was not solved and they were already dropping CCTV footage of the last moments a victim was seen. Yet you are talking with your full chest. The police are doing what they're supposed to do because you're very good at talking big. Very good at talking big. It's something that I pick up from your previous ones when you were busy tearing down the family and being on the side of Jayden and against the family. You were talking as though you had all kinds of expert knowledge, and the same thing you come do again. But this time now, I don't know what the hell got to you. I don't know who threatened you. I don't know what make you fret. I don't know who you connected to where probably I could get implicated by this. But something that's something Yaadboss. Your behavior is not that of an objective blogger. You are here as strong defense for the family members. You are here to defend the family members. That's what you are doing. You're not here to present open arguments or possibilities either way. Okay, it is possible that Shanique had nothing to do with it. But what happens when a child is being overheard stating that I'm going to meet my cousin, handing over an umbrella? Which cousin is this child going to meet? All these tidy stories about Jayden taking extra money, eating more than normal. You're claiming this was a principal who had never spoken to Anne before the moment that Jayden went missing, which is bull. When the principal blatantly said that, oh, I've been in discussions with the family about Jayden and Jayden's progress before. He said it. To make it make sense. I don't know about that because I don't know if he was paid by her or whatever, but I am wondering what has got his goat, because something has got Yaadboss's goat. Something has made him extremely nervous about speaking the truth. Something has made him extremely worried and concerned about speaking the truth. And I do not understand why it is that he has now swung the complete opposite way. I bet time did stay in the middle. We still have to keep an open mind that it is possible either way. I would have had nothing to say. But the fact that you're coming out here and you're riding so hard for Shanique and so hard for Demar, but yet you left Mr. T to get crucified after claiming that the police are doing their job. Then Mr. T has been cleared by the police too, you know. Otherwise, they would have arrested Mr. T. After all, Mr. T was the last person to see Jayden Smith alive in the family. So Mr. T should have been behind bars if Mr. T was a guilty suspect or a suspicious character. Yaadboss sounds House boss, so much like J progress, no progress. But actually, J Pro I beat him. Me sorry. As much as me and J Pro are no friend. Him I beat him. Him I beat him, and rightfully so. What is that mess? And the arguments that you are using. First, you're saying that on the basis of the fact that your crown witness is not credible, which is you using bullshit terminology once again, because crown witness has nothing to do with this. So anyway, just I try sound big. Everything this brother make it sound like it bigger than it is. On the basis of Mr. T, therefore everything else is a fallacy. We already said it. From way back when, from Wapikil Philo, we said that what he said didn't make sense. We already said it. And it still never swayed us from looking very closely at the family members. And the lies that were definitely proven. How did Shanique get from the airport to the hospital? Was it that she was picked up? Did she take a coach or a bus? Because there's rumors out there that she took a bus. Another rumor was somebody pick her up. Me hear say some man pick her up. Some Cammy pick her up. All kind of rumors. All of your ninjas on the ground. Can they clarify that? What we're looking for is information that's going to take us closer to justice. You are taking us several steps back. You're taking us backward. You're backing us up off of the case. And that's not justice for the youth.
Yeah, see there. One more, look along. Continue. Me don't care. Me don't care as long as the justice for Jayden Smith. Me not follow up behind a no boy. No boy. Whether I say justice for Jayden, but you want debate. And money y'all look out for Jayden. And something like this happen to a little picnic. You all talk about debate. Eh? Something like this can happen to a child and you all tell the only thing you say as a father, if you're a father. Because I don't know you from a can of worm. If you might be or you might not. But if you're a father, you need to check yourself. Check yourself and ask yourself if you have a child we got missing. The only thing you want for him is justice and find him. When the broad thing you come out about me and you have to be a fat about. As a mother, you hurt me, man. Deeply. There's no coming back with me and you. I done me done with you. You use the little boy situation for get money. What can go, sir? Use are pure demons. Take away yourself and calm down. You're done. The boy done say the family them innocent. And live him for live up himself and bout ya. Yeah, man. The little cartoon character for live up from bout ya. Yeah, man. Take away yourself from bout ya. You done say the family them free up. When you still over here though, you still a try for milk Jayden. Milk Jayden instead of find Jayden over here and milk the cow.
Yep, exactly what he's doing.
And live up from over here. Look at,
that's exactly what he's doing, chat and laugh. That's exactly what he's doing. All these, what is there to debate about? You either have facts or you don't have facts. You either have information or you don't have information. This debating thing is nonsense. HDK, it is possible Shanique could have took an early flight. Mr. T said he saw Shanique with his own two eyes. I believe Mr. T, something is not right. Exactly. Yaadboss sounds, yes. So at the end of the day, you know, it is just the shutting down that I don't appreciate. The shutting down of various arguments that could point to the possibility of them still being involved. He keeps shutting it down. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You're not going to come silence Jamaican people and them damn gut instinct. Right? Now we know that there is a difference between jungle justice, street justice, and of course, court justice. And we know that certain facts have to be present, certain evidence have to be there before we can condemn, before we can charge, before we can arrest. We know all of that. But it does not mean that we are going to allow Jayden Smith's case to just go without any kind of memory, any kind of pressing for justice, because that is what your argument would present. Now you are saying if you look for some random man in some random bush. If you are send the public for a search pan some random man in some random bush, how you expect this case is gonna go forward? You expect the whole the government, the Jamaica Constabulary Force to be interviewing every single man in a the bush, in a Mandeville?
Yourself. And the mother said, we're over there. Or if you tell the boy the truth. I come down if you come down now with a cartoon character. Come out for the plate with your cartoon character self. And leave Jayden Smith case alone. You say everybody innocent. And if everybody innocent, when you're still out here, do your job over. If all of them innocent, your job is over. Move on to the next milk.
Exactly.
The next cow.
The next cow. Yes.
Yes. Move on to the next cow. Go milk the next cow. And make we find Jayden body and bury him. Send him off properly. The boy come out here with one fake itinerary. Not even the I'm not ready yet for all going at the things there now.
And even her saying fake itinerary, it does not mean the document itself it's fake. I think that Chat and Laugh is basically saying that that's not the flight that Shanique took.
The boy come out with fake itinerary, not even date up the panel. A boarding pass we need.
Straight.
We need an itinerary. You know how much time itinerary change?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, we don't need no ticket.
Because that not prove anything.
Jayden. The girl have something to do with Jayden Smith. Mr. T have something to do with Jayden Smith. The woman and Marie, she have something to do with Jayden Smith. The dirty principal boy have something to do with Jayden Smith too. Yes, all of them have something to do with Jayden Smith. So if you don't like it, come bite it. And take away yourself from bout ya. Oh, demon, but the beard. So that you take Jayden case for. For milk the damn cow. The damn evil. Look like somebody in a comic book. All of them know where Jayden there. Every single one of them. Why them can't face the mother? None of them.
Exactly.
Even if you don't like the mother.
Exactly.
Go to her and
yes.
Missing.
Exactly.
All of them see the mother, them a run up and down and hide. All the way. They're not guilty unless we see Jayden walk right now. And me touch Jayden and me talk to Jayden. That's the only way. Otherwise, from that, they better shoot out Jayden and all of them will go prison. Justice specific Jayden Smith. And if him just like that, if he won't come out and come pick up the girl, that means him. No, but Jayden.
Them that report it heavy, you know, people.
You're worse than a woman. You say you look like some comic in a damn comic book.
Boy.
You wishy-washy in a boy. And all the email fake. I told me that one boss it up in all the damn email.
Hear this.
Everything fake.
Hear this. Hear this. Wait there. I want to hear this part. Listen to this.
A woman. You say you look like some.
Wait.
But yet the last night I eat your play. To convict Mr. T.
All right, let me pull this up. Pull
In
up.
him. No, but Jayden.
Because I remember what you said here. That was
All
funny.
time out.
Him said that the
You
recordings
understand?
are not valid.
You said the recording were out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not no evidence. But yet the last night I eat your play.
Yep.
To convict Mr. T. The boy
Two
two-sided,
mouths.
you know.
Two mouths.
The boy's a two-sided cutlass, you know.
Two mouths.
You're worse than a woman. You're worse than a woman. You say you look like some comic in a damn comic book. You wishy-washy, a boy. And all the email fake. And to me, the one boss it up, you know, all the damn email, everything fake.
The so-called lawyer for Jayden Smith sent her a cease and desist.
And everything.
And everything did fake.
With my garden.
Everything did fake. The email address fake. Everything was fake. Big up yourself, OMGGG. Everything was fake on that email that the lawyer sent to Chat and Laugh for cease and desist her. Because she bust it up on her and make the world know that she a fraud. Nothing pan it never real. And she was a criminal. Fraud element. Come out here to pretend to be a lawyer when she was just a damn paralegal in flipping Cayman. No jurisdiction, no power, no authority. And that was being presented to the public as the lawyer for Jayden Smith case. You understand? So Chat and Laugh has had enough. I have had enough. She might express it in a different way to me. But the two of us are the same thing. You flip-flop and you're all over the damn place. The same authority that you spoke on, where you condemn the family, is the same kind of level of authority now. There's no difference in how you're expressing yourself. No difference at all in how you're expressing yourself. You understand? And it is so disappointing to hear you switch up like this. Switch up like this on the people who had faith in the things you were saying, who had faith in what you were about. And instead of you leading the people in a way that would make sense, yeah, lead them astray. Yeah, send them all about the place. Yeah, send the public all about the place to go and look and search. Yeah, I tell people, say, Jayden could have very much alive. And how are they going to feel when Jayden walks through the door? Can you imagine? And Jesus Christ. Made I really like to know is which case you see when that happened. Made I really like to know that. Yaadboss said Adrian is okay. Maybe he putting things in her head and also to confuse her. Just laugh, make up her own mind about him. You're acting, yeah, why is Yaadboss acting as though women are incapable of thinking of on their own? What is this? What is this rubbish? What is this garbage? She has made up her own mind. You know how Chat and Laugh has held everything and not said anything. She was dropping one and two little hints. Said somebody, then the way she know I work with the family and she not talk. She's a woman that keep her mouth. So when you see her release, you must know, say, she got to that point. Yaadboss said Shanique gave him the itinerary and said it in the members only. He is in contact with Shanique. See there? And him lock it in a members only. Oh no, sister, that is a fraud, right? That's how I deal with it. No, see it. Oh no, them technique there. He is keeping that in members only. Why? Because if he goes out into the public and face him demons, then the whole world are going to know say the family might represent. The whole world is going to know is the family he's representing. Why not just be honest? Shanique is in your ears. And I said it from I saw the first video where he released the itinerary to the public. I said, this man is under the jurisdiction of Shanique. You are listening so intensely to her that you have lost all objectivity and therefore you have lost your credibility. You're coming to chat foolishness that them never know each other. The principal never know them before that phone call was made. That is a lie. That is a lie. You understand? But you're not going to pull up the videos that I clearly have on my channel with the man talking about the fact that he communicate with them about Jayden and his development. And you're not going to pull up his interview. The interview where he's speaking with such in-depth knowledge about Jayden. How Jayden had such great survival skills. How he was witnessed running from scampering from here to there. Which disproves this whole theory that you got going on about Shanique murdering Jayden on Friday. How the hell she murdered Jayden on Friday when he was spotted days after by so-called PE member of staff? Who tell you say at the same night him go missing, sitting to him? You're not thinking. Yaadboss, you're not thinking at all. You're not thinking. You are just under her jurisdiction. Representing her. And coming out here to defend her and her brother. Because she not give one shit what happened to Miss T. She not business about Miss T. She protect her brother, she protect her mother. Him could have be the reason why she not go back down there go visit. And why she go up at spiritual every time he come. You're pointing us far away from the principal. Now you're bringing one nether principal from one nether school. And you know, so I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to call that primary school and ask that man if Mr. T ever worked for him. Because you are throwing out a whole other principal now. A whole other principal they are showing. You propose that it is likely that it is this principle that they're talking about. So Shanique is guiding you away from the principal, Gabriel. And you are biting the baits, hook, line, and sinker. No, sir. You're a very weak, jelly-bellied blogger. That may I tell you, you're a jelly-bellied blogger. You are yellow-bellied and jelly-bellied and weak. Because let me tell you something. Even if Shanique never put blows to that child, there are so many others involved in the puzzle. There is Demar. There is Mr. T. And is only removed because she was at hospital the whole time. There is, what you call it there? This brother of Jayden that I know. We can't land the iPad. I know we can't hear him. I know him not come out and bawl. Same brother missing. We can't see this brother. I don't know about this neighbor and whoever else these people brought up into it. I'm not interested in them there. But even them can be removed from the picture. There is the sightings, the so-called sightings. With Jayden and move with box food and all them something there. You're trying to move everything away from the principal, everything away from Shanique, everything away from Demar and Anne. And yet it's okay to throw out Mr. T. And tired of Mr. T now. Him too slow. Ramesh, exactly. Call the school. You should not have said it. He will call first. It doesn't matter. Let him call. Let him call. Doesn't matter. Right? But the point I'm trying to make is that everything that is in your argument does not sound objective. Now, I am not saying Shanique did it, nor am I saying any of them did it. But I am saying they are suspects straight across the board. And even if they did not have a hand in it, they had a part to play in it because this child was neglected and left up to his own demise out in a street in a town at ridiculous hours. Them fully fund him gallivanting in high street after moaning about the fact that I was run up and down in a Mandeville. So they never business. Oh, he was well taken care of. He was well loved because he was valedictorian and he was doing well in school. You hear your stupid argument? Chat and Laugh put it together in a layman's terms. A lot of children who are abused are on their best behavior because they don't want to get clapped down, they don't want to get licks. A lot of them do what they're told and go above and beyond expectation because they're trying eagerly to please. You don't know anything about child psychology. Not all children who are being abused actually fall apart. Go and do your research. Don't just do your research by one team because you try to defend this girl. When you come out and you make those kind of statements, I had to look at you like, why is he feigning intelligence? Because you are pretending at this stage. You're pretending. Because that's the most unintelligent comment I've ever heard somebody make about how children respond to abuse. It doesn't follow through that Jayden would have been falling apart. What about the child witness that saw Jayden with a swollen eye? No comment on that. The actual voice recording of the little girl talking about Jayden and how she saw his eye swollen at school. No comment on that. We know these things can't be admissible in court because there's far more to it. But we in the public eye cannot turn a blind eye to it. This is a different court. This is a court of public opinion. And you coming out here to defend these people who told us so many lies. You heard one just now with the aunt talking about, my husband went and made him breakfast. Then next thing we know, we hear them are make the breakfast and a tie out goat. None of them story no walk straight. A whole bunch of liars. If you're in touch with Shanique, ask her for the boarding pass. Ask her for proof of how she was transported from the airport to the hospital. Show us proof. All this evidence that you have brought up has just proved one thing. She was in the vicinity when Jane Smith got missing. That's your proof. So don't come with no red herring argument. Oh, if my crown witness is not credible, then that throws out all things because there is no possibility in attack with one whole heap of cotton ball in your mouth. This is unnecessary. No amount of Mr. T's statement changes the fact that Shanique was in the vicinity when the child went missing. Yeah? And you still have unaccounted for time. She went to KFC. How she pay for it? Did she pay cash or did she pay card? What time was she at KFC? See, Uno? Our police can be so, yes, they can be great and they've done great things and they've been doing great things, but they can also be lazy, drag foot, don't care, nonchalant. I have information that murder that took place in Phase 3 in Portmore, it wasn't no police gunned down that young man. Based on a very, very key witness, and that is a family member. I can say that. And the people that want to live there. And the police take the credits. So when I tell you that is not everything your ninjas are going to be able to verify. Because these police clearly dragged their feet 2 weeks before they interviewed them. 2 weeks. Her brother or Tammy transported her. Exactly. I don't know why people still watching Yaadboss. They should unsubscribe from his channel. Listen. All I know is that Yaadboss, you are going down a whole pathway where there is no credibility to your name. Because you are not allowing for justice to go forward. You are allowing it to go several steps backwards. You are sending us on a wild goose chase to look for some random people, where the very people who saw Jayden last is in your grasp. Me that really like to know what kind of panty water Shanique make you smell. Make it make sense. For you to be defending her so much that you would put your entire integrity on the line as a blogger. Not a Ross. Nobody would have made me sell my soul so. Nobody would have made me sell my soul so. You understand? Shanique is taking you for a ride. Everything that she has said to you, is in defense of herself and her brother and her mom. Mr. T, she don't care about. She happy to throw Mr. T out there. Do away with Mr. T. Big up yourself. You understand? KFC is close to Mega Mart. I have the footage on my channel that walks you from Mega Mart to KFC. I have the footage. The footage is right there on my channel. Go and look at it. The video footage that shows the last places that Jayden would have walked, the journey he would have walked. And KFC is literally yes, sir. Mega Mart there, yes, sir. 203 of you on here. Can you please like up the live at least? 203 of you on here, please to like up the live. You understand? So it is so easy for the little boy to move from Mega Mart to KFC. It is so easy. So easy for him to do that. Where KFC is literally a stone's throw. It's not even a 5-minute walk. It's about 2 minutes. Right? So when anybody come and I talk about how is she going to do this and commit murder, nobody says Shanique committed murder on Friday nights. Nobody said that. Just like how you can drive away from KFC to Mega Mart is a good 5 minutes walk. Not where they showed us. Them show us going along the side. So there was a pathway that lead up the side. So from the Mega Mart, one little pathway, so where usually cars go down, but there is a very narrow sidewalk and a lot of the kids walk there. If him cut through there, so it cut out time. By coming up there, so and going around the bend, the KFC, they right on the stretch where they're all of the shops them there. Me look on the footage there over and over again, and the person who walked it never took 5 minutes. So me know what you will say. Them take less than that. You understand? Yaadboss has no ninjas. He's a liar. Shanique telling him lies. He talks like he's a big shot. I figured it out long time. That's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. I know this trait. It's a disgusting trait. Right? Okay, so you know. But look at the video. Because the person walked it, Clover. They walked it and it never takes so long. And either way you take it. Even if it's 5 minutes. Isn't that still enough time to walk from Mega Mart to KFC and meet Shanique? It's not a 20-minute walk. It's not a half an hour walk. It's not a 1 hour. A 5 minutes. Yes? Is it still not possible for that child to walk from Mega Mart to KFC and see Shanique? It's still very possible. From the school to Mega Mart is 2 minutes. You see? You see? So 2 minutes, school to Mega Mart. 5 minutes, Mega Mart, up the slope, round the bend to KFC. All of that is within vicinity. You want to see? I hear Clover says she lived there. Not even 10 minutes him can circle the whole eye block. And that's the KFC that Shanique went to get her chicken and chips. And this man, this Yaadboss brother, yeah, I come and tell we say, oh, there is no way. And oh, you can imagine that she come and commit murder. Oh, no, but what if she grab him ras, fling him in a car? And whoever gone with him, gone with him. It's one too. You know what? Everything in my instinct is telling me that you should never have given the impression that this family is above suspicion. That all Shanique and her brother and whoever else are trying to do is to clear the way so that them can gallivant and come for a holiday in Jamaica and feel comfortable and at ease. Let me tell you something, Yaadboss. If they are so innocent and above suspicion, you know whose job it is to put the public at ease? It's not yours. Because if they were so innocent and above suspicion, the people never would have rolled out because they're fearful of their life would have been the police themselves. The police would have run either a press release or them would have a meeting for them jurisdiction. We would end up in the newspaper or in the news channel them on YouTube. And then would I say, listen, I would like the public of Jamaica to know that we have in our thorough investigations not seen any reason to suspect that the family members are guilty. You don't notice that the police don't do that, boy. You don't notice that them not do it. With all your ninjas, with all of the people them, where you know, and all of your contacts, and your people, your covert nation where you have underground. them couldn't organize this. Instead, she have to be coming to dirty, greedy bloggers like you, who just look for your penny and I look for squeeze money out of Jayden Smith case. And you she have to come to. Because are you alone weak enough to get a platform for chat shit in the eyes and the ears of the public? You alone weak enough to do that. Me think this man in the people, I come with information and I say, okay, we now have a definite timeline. This is what's happening and that is what's happening. And that is what happened. And this is when she got to the hospital array. So now we're going to look at other avenues, other possibilities. Me never know that this man come out with a whole beacon, a fight for justice for the family. I never knew that was your intention. He's a snake. No, sir. And me would have shame to come out and do that. Me that just write one status and say I retract everything. Because I would have just write a status and come off of the topic. Because I am no longer an expert. You come out here with all kind of talk. Oh, I've got information that footage that nobody has ever seen. This and that, because that is what you sell to the people, so that you hook them in, so that them can come and come back to your channel and come see whenever we never see it. And whenever you're a milker, you're an exploiter. You are in fact exploiting the child. You are exploiting him. You're exploiting his memory. Oh, can you just imagine when Jane walk in, how you're gonna feel? What? Walking from where? Somebody know why I'm there. Feel free to make that statement there. Exactly. Exactly. Look how J Pro put up video. I talk about the fact that there is no way this girl is feeling any remorse or any guilt or anything about the loss of Jayden. Because Syria in October, September, Jayden go missing now. October, this dirty girl, they in a office party, in a costume, I enjoy Halloween. Happy as a lark, not giving one flying frig about Jayden. The way me would have so down. The way me would have so torn up inside. You understand? You think me could have think about a party? Every extra money what me have would have be going into finding Jayden. None of these people gave one flying frig. They're claiming that they did not want to come out and do no damn match. Why? Because they fear for them life. Bullshit. Whole heap of people in our world get suspected of things. And then come out and tell the public that me never do it. And I want back the picnic. And I can't stop point finger at me because I know me do it, me want back the picnic. Instead them come out and they had to be coming out to tell lies upon lies because they already lied. They needed to clarify the lies. Whenever them tell lie, them couldn't stop tell lie. Them start tell lie from that flipping and do the interview with the Observer and the Gleaner. From then, the lie them start. So they realized that the public were poking holes into the story. So them did have to come out, come patch. So instead of coming out and say, give me back with picnic, ball and go on terrible, like how somebody would when them love a child, them have to come out with story to patch up all that because them listen to the media. None of their behaviors is instinctive of how women react, especially when a child is gone. None. Telling me garbage. Shanique, in your ears, I whisper to you pretty little nothings. You're being cuckolded. Look up what that means. Whatever flattery she give you, whatever she say in your ears, will make you think, say, oh, she's so gentle and there is no way. Me da really like to know if I'll pum pum picture I give you. Make you can't come out and stand up. Because we see her all over Instagram, you know. Ain't that no upstanding female. So I want to know if that a go on. Yaadboss. You not be no Yaadboss right now. You understand? Because you are allowing this girl to twist up your head. Why he didn't tell Jenny to come on this platform and talk? Because Shanique is sacrificing Yaadboss. That shadow. She is the coward that is making Yaadboss take all the flogging and all the beating. That's why I say Yaadboss better get the front. Because otherwise, what is this worth? You sacrifice your whole integrity and your identity for this girl. Take information from her, yes. But stand up on your own 2 foot and recognize that it is still possible that she's involved. You get an opportunity for work information. Instead, you're making information at work you. Huh? She's supposed to know, so when she comes to you, you are going to critically analyze that for yourself and make up your own mind about whether or not you think that she is innocent. You are literally spitting out everything that Shanique said. Even when Shanique was talking on TikTok, Shanique was talking about, oh, I think it's somebody have him and this and that. And them are. The man say him think somebody have Jayden in the house. I see him kind of thing them you are say. That angry neighbor. That angry neighbor that was on Perth Road. I wonder. So the police them not good again. The police them when you now claim doing all the work, them not do them work again. So they would not have contacted that person. When L.A. Lewis was walking Perth Road and they were pointing out all the cameras that were along Perth Road, you're telling me that our police have gone through all that footage? You're sure about that, Yaadboss? Stop taking your audience for idiots. Exploiting two proper Almadua make money. That's exactly it. Straight ching Yaadboss I deal with. Him not dealing with no flipping innocent justice for no Jayden. Him want to prove the family is innocent. That is his job. This is not about justice, because if it was about justice, you know what you'd be doing, Yaadboss? You'd be giving us the next steps. All you do every day, come out and approve so them people are innocent. Is what I'm telling you. Him say Mr. T have dementia and I know when he talk. And yet, Mr. T have dementia and these friggers have him driving people's kids. Wanna hear that? Mr. T have dementia and Mr. T is trusted to be a taxi driver to drive people's kids, to take them to and from school. Whatever, man. Whatever, Shay. Shay, believe it. Even if him a little bit slow or him mixing up dates, him not good with dates, because you know, like how you have dyslexia, what the one name when it come to numbers, maybe him have that. Whatever. Mr. T can't have been so thick or so slow or so mentally off, because she trusted him to bring Jayden and her own son back to the house to get some shut-eye. She trusted him to cook. I think Mr. T have a problem with numbers. I think he has probably got a little memory problem. Because remember, he even had to ring her to ask how much again I must give him. That is numbers again, you know. Maybe in that respect, him struggle a little bit. We did don't make up a mind and Mr. T argument never makes sense. When we did the whole timeline, looking at when Shanique claimed that she came into the country, we looked at all of the flights, all the possibilities of entry, all of them we looked upon and we said, no, sir. We already made up our mind. It didn't make sense. It's nothing new that Yaadboss is telling you, that the internet has not already told you. So what is Yaadboss's purpose? What is his reasoning? Why is he doing what he's doing? To take the heat off of Shanique and her family. Why is that not the police's job? The police and the press. Yes. Regarding exactly what you said, HDK, regarding who is defending. He said that verbatim, that his videos will be to right his wrong and clear the people he was falsely accusing. Yaadboss is full of rust. He's full of rust and caca. Consume me, Yaadboss. Me tell you, say you're full of shit. Like crab. Like crab, you. Because what you're doing now with the case is an abomination. No, but Sharna, what he likes to do is he likes to go any reasonable, because in other words, if you don't agree with him, you're a fool. I hate when people argue like that. When they come up and say any reasonable thinking, any intelligent person would agree that And then him tell you a whole lot of bullshit. And then if you go say, but that no so, that means you're not intelligent and you're not a reasonable thinker. Same don't blackmail Uno into agreeing with him. The art of manipulation, it can't work on intelligent people for real. It can't work on critical thinkers for real because we could come on your platform and tell you chatting shit. You understand? And this is why. For the simple reason that Shanique was not far from where Jayden was last seen. Shanique went to KFC, which was minutes, somebody said 5, away from where Mega Mart was. Shanique may not have necessarily offed Jayden on Friday night, but it does not turn away the fact that she could have had something to do with his absence. He could very well have been picked up by that so-called person that was driving her from the airport to the hospital and would have taken her to KFC. All of them things there. May have dropped her back at the hospital with the KFC and taken off with the child. All of them things there. Right? That could not have been an impossibility. It's not impossible. So when you are presenting an argument and you're giving us a red herring, as though murder was the only opportunity to get rid of Jayden on the Friday night, it is such a fallacy and a lie. You are misleading people. Because that's not the only scenario that could have taken place. And if it is that these people are so innocent beyond reasonable doubt, it is not your job to do it. It is the police. The police would have to come forward and categorically exclude them from the case so that they can walk and hold them head high in a Mandeville or Manchester, wherever the frig them there. They would have a civil duty to do that because it's about keeping them safe. So why the hell are you doing it and not the police? Shanique want come a Mandeville for come take her spooky. Something want run and she not feel safe. So she need you for come paint picture. Just asking. Fireless, somebody higher up, if you scroll up in my comments, a member of his channel is on here and said that in his membership only video, he said that he spoke directly to Shanique and he got the itinerary from Shanique. Now, I haven't heard it for myself, but I'm going on the basis of somebody who claims they're on the channel, so it is alleged. You understand? So I can understand you're thinking that I don't agree or whatever, but maybe what people need to do is if they're members or know people are members is just to go and check that information. Me now go check because as far as I'm concerned, he should not be hiding his sources with something so critical. Even if he does not give names, because names can be legally withheld, he should be within his right to describe the kind of person where that was the source of the information and the profession. The picture is painting is not convincing. No, it's not. It's not convincing at all. Right? So I'm saying to Yaadboss, stop bullshitting the people of Jamaica. Stop coming out here with all these highfalutin talks and trying to make yourself sound bigger than you are, as though you have such first-class information more than anybody else, and stop seeking out other bloggers to prop up your channel. Stand on your own 2 damn feet. Yes? And represent what you're representing, even if you're representing your bullshit. Because I look people for come debate if you build up your numbers. That's what you're doing. Because you are starting to grab at straws. If you had all of the information that was necessary, all of the juice that was necessary, you would need another soul per your platform for run that. you'd be able to come forward and say, listen, people of Jamaica, this is why I have switched and I'm going to give it to you straight. Even if you drip feed it, you still would have said, come back tomorrow, I'm going to give you that evidence here. Come back the day after, me have this. You're not doing that. You've hooked us on one thing. And then all you're doing is throwing Mr. T under the bus and then claiming to them innocent because Mr. T tell lie. When we done this a long time, so Mr. T confused. Long time we say it. So what new? All we got was the specific timings. Changes nothing. Yes, exactly. And that's why I'm turning it into members only, because it is a money-driven thing. By locking such crucial information, such significant information, what he's doing is he's hugging all the money for himself. One, he doesn't want anybody else to talk about it because then they're going to generate content. I'm not giving nobody no content. I'm going to keep it himself. And then if people curious, I'm going to go pay. Right? It's a strategy. Every YouTuber is entitled to use it. But how ethical is it around a missing child, though? I would never. Not around a missing child. That's a level of sick. I will never stop. But Shay, I think what is important at this stage is that we allow the police to do what they need to do. And we keep reminding people that these family members are liars. Because that is what we as bloggers can prove. We can prove that they are liars. We can't prove what they did to Jayden. I said to you, no blogger can solve this case. None of them. The one person who could have gotten things moving in the right direction, which was Andre, chop him on. Because a pair mix up and bangarang them go to Andre with. And even that Yaadboss wouldn't even stand up with him bare chest and left out him in couscous with Andre ID. Hey! Not an honest guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everything that you're showing me is dodginess. And I can't trust you. That me see. I don't know who, I don't know what Yaadboss thought. Nobody's going to agree with that. You understand? You have some yes people though. Because every time for every channel, there's always going to be a set of people who are sheep. And they're going to be like, yes, 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 yes. You understand? To everything. But some people will say, well, Ray, I am saying to you, it is possible she did not. But it's also possible that she did. And given the circumstances around the case, the probability and possibility and the motive is swinging towards them. Therefore, until they are completely eliminated, they have to remain suspects. Shay, I said I was struggling to get through and nobody messaged me from Jamaica to say that they were willing to do it. So I was not able to. Because I have a UK IP address, and I don't have VPN on here. You understand? So I could not send it back through. Right? J Progress said I'm over him. I'm sorry to laugh. Why? 6 months later, she didn't give itinerary. Hey! Means, motive, and opportunity. The family had all three. Amen. Praise the Lord. Shay, that's right. That's right. They had all of them. All of them. I know me hear them have guzu in a mix. Oh, God. Yeah, right. I must over here. Because I could have caused this. What can go so? Eh? Somebody can just do so 180. Bap! Just so. Not even a granny was switched to ranted. The man here from Shanika, the man get frightened. Yeah? I said, all right, I'm gonna just work with this now because this juicy and rare and yeah, I can ride this. Where's your depth? Where's your testicular fortitude? Huh? As a man, you really, really allow this woman to twist up your head and twist up your thoughts and turn yourself backwards, so. That woman will take you for fool, brother, in a real life. It's embarrassing. And, okay, banter aside, it's embarrassing what you're doing, Yaadboss. It's embarrassing to take bloggers and turn us into fools as though everything that we have put into this case means nothing on the basis of one itinerary and one witness that you claim is not credible. You are disrespecting the process and you are disrespecting the effort and you are disrespecting the Justice for Jayden movement. The whole of that, yeah, do. Which means that everyone that we deserve to rub you to sickness. Because we know how much we put into this and we didn't do it for money. We did it because we wanted Jayden to be found dead or alive. And here you come wanting to build show upon the missing pitney. After you done lick a brick wall, just like you police them. And you don't know when to go somewhere else. Because if it did go good in them, I wouldn't even look back, I mean, I say, all right, in my hang of the thing and it's going on over there and it's going on TikTok. There's no reason for another. I would only chime in when certain things hit headlines. Leave on if I go and do the do. But when I see the road that you are going down and what you are doing with your audience and manipulating them into believing bull, I had to come out and say, listen, cut the crap. Cut the crap. Cut the absolute crap. Keep your flipping mind open and objective. And stop trying to dog walk Jamaican people into defending these people who clearly did not give one crap about Jayden Smith. You're not going to make money. People see through me messed up big time. Well, I'm in the business about him and money, All I know is that him for stop, take the case and turn it in a paper show. That him for do. That him for do. Him for stop, take the case and turn the case in a paper show. You understand? Should never have taken the case and turn it in a paper show. It's embarrassing. And I did another video with which I laugh, but it looked like the sound no record and I could hear it in my earphones, but it not come on the computer. But Jet and Laugh say that him is the reason why they go by Andrew go look like idiots. I said what she says and I turn over because you never hear me say it. Huh? Me say the whole of them go by Andrew Stephen show go turn idiots. Go bring pure fool arguments. Me tell you say Chat and Laugh go by Andrew go ball. Go make everybody ball. And even she herself had to admit, so because of Yaadboss, they go by Stephen show go look like idiots. And that's true. Right? That's true. Because them I talk about hope, when I talk about sacrifice, another person I talk about this, appear confusion, everybody no head, no tail, no come together, everybody are going opposite direction, and then I'll just love do a ball. As a mother. That a fear line. As a mother, she do a ball. right? There's so much more that as bloggers we could be doing in terms of working together, but this is a thing that can never happen across platforms because everybody's going to go east, west, and so on, and we're very single-minded, and that has its benefits too. The benefit it has is that when one of us is doing bullshit, the other one's going to call it out. When one's doing rubbish, the other one's going to call it out. So we have to be single-minded as much as we would like to see people come together to work on a case. The single-mindedness is sometimes very helpful. You know what I'm saying? So guys, listen, like I said, me not in this thing with Yaadboss. I don't know what Yaadboss is trying to do, but he needs to stop manipulating his audience into thinking in one way and allow people to open up the discussion for all possibilities. At least bring back some credibility to his damn name. Because right now, the way that he's going on, him a go on like say, him lick him head when he was children. Something right. You understand? And that is all I'm going to say. Anyway, 10 steps forward, 40, 11 steps walkward, sideways, backwards, and always. The true Carolee. All right, big up your nice clean self, people. That's all I'm going to say for now. Have yourselves a nice and wonderful Saturday. I'm going to go into the kitchen now, go cook me some lamb chops. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. This is your girl, Head Teacher K, and I'm out. Bye.